them, riddle them, let them have it. Dismantle damage, they panic, wreak havoc, attack it, all in, all win. No hesitation, the confrontation, we ready, you waiting, anticipating this ankle breaking.
Welcome back to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. This is a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. So welcome. If this is your first time to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by, okay, as I smudge our space. If you need information on how to get your personal readings, natal charts, products and services, honey, in the description box there is a link to my Etsy channel as well as how to contact me. For all of my returners, you are appreciated and loved. Make sure you check your notification bells to make sure that you're getting your alerts. All of the newcomers as well as my returners, hit that thumbs up for me. It is good karma for my channel, for you, from you, and it's free. It also helps YouTube know that I'm doing a good job, and it keeps my videos on your timelines as well as similar videos in case you like my style. So that's very important to me, and I do appreciate that. All of the support that you guys show me, my channel, and each other is definitely appreciated from the bottom of my heart. Now, in my pre-meditation, right, there is maybe some defensiveness, okay? There is something that you're working toward, that you're almost, or that you're trying to manifest, that's almost here. Something that's coming to you, if any of you do moon work, or something relative to the harvest moon, that's important. If you're waiting on something that is near to you. Spirit also left the goblin, okay, the education and the commitment. So something about maybe going through a hard time, some challenges and changes with this number 5 card and goblins, like a negative energy being attached to you or you being the negative energy. Doing some research on the matter to see how you can get yourself released from this energy, right? Or maybe you have a little help, okay? And then I have commitment, so some relationship changes for you guys, possibly. Also, in regard to your relationships, I do have, as far as maybe a karmic or twin flame connection coming apart. So maybe someone isn't seeing things for what they are and someone is, and it was designed that way. And then here I have making a choice. So maybe someone soon will be making a choice, or maybe you have made a choice, or there will be a need to make a choice in the near future. All right? So we would go ahead and get started with your reading. You guys know, in the end, I do take questions. So go ahead and set the intentions on what you want, okay? Now I have the offering, so this may indicate some of you guys that have altars and work with different spirits or deities or whatnot, or whatever it is that you do. Even if it's something as simple as, you know, prayer, meditation, fruit, incense, whatever you do to give back to the energies that help you. There may be something that's been given to you or something that you need to give. And then in relation to your relationships or love life, I have the comic and the heart. So, or just in general, to heal your heart, there's a need to be, you know, light and humorous, be fun, you know, laugh, tell jokes, make jokes, stuff like that. So as we get started, our overall energy is follow the leader. And I've chosen this card, well, it chose me or us, right? Because it's come out like twice. And I was just doing the shuffle to get started with the reading, and it came back out. So there may be some information in it for us, and I'm going to sit it there. The number 40, there's a clock on the tree, right? There's some autumn leaves, okay? And then, like I said, there's a fairy, there's some ducks and a bird, you know, and the card reads, follow the leader. So before we get started, I'll read this. Oh, and today is the 4th. So the number 4 also talks about order, right? It talks about strategy. It talks about discipline. It talks about Uranus and Saturn. And it talks about the need to not argue, right? Order is respect. Order is maturity and a confidence, right? Everybody can talk on their turn, things like that. It's about not being temperamental and things of that nature, and also organizing so that there aren't any mental, you know, breakdowns, and so that there is no clutter. So overall, order and organization, right? Follow the leader. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. So, you are being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. So your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. And we did have, that makes sense. Hold on. We did have, where did it go? We did have the talisman in that lineup just a second ago, right? I didn't put it back and, oh yeah, I shuffled. My bad. So you saw it, right? The card next to the Seven of Wands was the talisman. So there's another message here as well. Look to those who whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. And you see the last card was the offering. So what do you have to offer is being questioned. Who are you following, or how are your leadership skills, right? So those are areas of your life that may be in the near future a benefit or a challenge to you. And we will go ahead and get started with our tarot. Now keep in mind this may include finances, love, health, past, present, future, if not you, someone in your energy. There's definitely a need to do some research, all right, regarding your business and an inheritance. Or some of you guys may need to do some studying if you're starting a business, because you will receive the finances to move forward with that business, and it's going to be on you, right? So if you want to use this opportunity to the highest good, to your best benefit, start doing some research and prepare yourself for it. Organize, right? Get in order. So perfect energy for the day. And as I get these card shuffles, that just came out. I didn't even really get started, so I'm not going to take it. But I got the Page of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and I forgot what else. But that was the message, I'm sure. All right, so let's see. Oh, and the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups is a very fair businessman. The Page of Wands is about researching a new idea, learning, higher learning. And then the Four of Pentacles is about saving, putting back, investing, and also inheritance. So all of those things are needed. Okay, so the overall energy we have here is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles talks about work, and look at that, working with moon cycles, working with your resources that are around you, because these are herbs, spices, essentials, and then here she has those books, this feather, this candle. So she's researching and creating, as well as putting her own creative energy into something to create something, working around the clock and working with the moon. So y'all better take heed, okay? And look at that. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess here. So some of you guys are evolving or stepping up in a higher order because of that Seven of Wands, right? And next to that Seven of Wands was the Talisman. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading, Pisces. What is this Eight of Pentacles? Is this the choice, right? Is this the ability to be in two places, right? In between realms, behind the veil, making a choice to move beyond the veil, right? And there's something symbolic here. There's two of them, right? And this is the Two of Swords, so that's fire. And then we have that. So if you guys want to look into that sign, do that. If not, that's fine. Now, I do have the Book of Runes here, and I will flap through it just to see if I can see something similar, because they do look familiar. So let's see. One of the symbols looks like joy, right? She has two of these in opposite directions, it looks like. The number is 12, which resonates with 3. And this is also called Uno, Oka, I think. Absence of suffering and sorrow. So some of you guys may be making a choice to walk away from something that no longer serves you, or a job that no longer serves you, and work on something more productive. Now the other signs, those look like the alchemical signs of fire. Could be, but I won't make anything up because I don't know for sure. what those signs are. That just caught my interest. So again, if that's something you guys would be interested in looking into, I would definitely appreciate that, and you can share it in the comments or in our Facebook group, Pisces TV. So we'll go ahead and keep going. Now, in the past, we have something that took off quickly, right? We have somebody being adamant, all right? The Knight of Swords is really quick, right? Not only is he quick, he probably lacks information. So maybe you moved too fast in the past regarding something and lacked some information regarding a situation, but like you had the best intentions, right? If this isn't you, it could be someone else in your energy. And with the Knight of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is a very unhealthy mental place of feeling stuck. All right? So maybe you felt stuck, and then you quickly got out of that energy. Maybe something helped you out of that energy. Maybe doing some research, right? In regards to some of the things that interest you or that may challenge you, okay? Let's see here. There we go, so y'all can see all of the cards. There we go. So, yeah, something may have been challenging to you. Your reflection, right? Not seeing something. There was something that you weren't seeing, and there is a reflection or another side of you. Maybe there's an impulsive side of you. An impulsive side of you that had you feeling stuck. And that's irony, right? Impulsive is like fast acting without thinking. And this could be overthinking, right? The Eight of Swords is like a mental trap, mental illness, feeling stuck. But it's like you only see yourself stuck. You're not actually stuck, right? Crowning your thoughts, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords talks about rest and victory. She is happy and also probably tired as hell, okay? More signs, right? So this is a tattoo on her if you guys want to look into that. And that one for sure I've seen. The Four of Swords here, fertility. Okay, which is also the number 8. I like that. So you are creating something. After this heartbreak, right? This heartbreak may have been an element needed in something that you're creating. As crazy as that sounds. But it talks about legendary hero and ladder, a god. So you have definitely, or you will be, I want to say, not only raising your vibration, but going up in the ascension process, right? Leveling up to some degree. That symbol represents Ingus, which is the number 8. 88, okay? Oh, look, and 8. And then 2 4s is the 8. So that's cool. If you guys resonate with the number 8 at all, I did hear December was a good time to wear the number 8 for Pisces. It was pretty lucky, they say. Maybe that's running into January for some of you. And it's even on page 107 in this book. That's so funny. And 1 and 7 is 8. So the run is akin to the moon, the intuitive part of our nature with its urge toward harmonizing and adjusting in the sphere of personal relationships, which is what this reading has been talking about. Ingus embodies the need to share, the yearning to be desired, a search after similarities. The completion of beginnings is what Ingus requires. So drawing this rune may mark a time of joyful deliverance, a new life, a new path, a rune of great power. Receiving it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion, resolution from which comes a new beginning. Above all, completion is crucial here, okay? It may be timely that you complete some project now. If so, make that your first priority. Perhaps a difficult state of mind can be clarified or resolved. The appearance of this rune indicates that you must fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. All things change, and we cannot live permanently amid obstructions. Ingus signals your emergence from a closed chrysalis state. As you resolve and clear away the old, you will experience and release tension and uncertainty. You may be required to free yourself from a rut, habit, or relationship, from some deep cultural or behavioral pattern, some activity that was quite proper to the self you are leaving behind. So I definitely love that. For some of you, what you're leaving behind is some self-sabotaging, okay? Definitely some procrastination or feeling stuck, some overthinking, and also impulsiveness, okay? Because the veil has been lifted, so you shouldn't be in this place of mental funk or fog, right? And then when it comes to impulsiveness, you're learning patience, you're learning strategy, all right? Because the moon cycle takes time, so you're taking your time instead of being impulsive, and also doing research instead of moving too fast without knowledge, right? Because that is very frustrating. Somebody tell you something, and then you just jump and you pissed off, and you do something that you can't take back. You say something that you can't unsay or some shit like that. Or maybe impulsiveness did lead you, something impulsive, if not your action, someone in your energy, someone made an impulsive decision, gesture, right, or something. And maybe that left you feeling stuck in the situation because they left it, right? That could also work, because the beginning showed coming apart. So making a decision and something parting ways with someone or something. All right. Now, in addition to all of these 8s that we have here, right? 2 4s is an 8 and an 8. And then this symbol is the number 8. And here we have the 8 of Cups. So Pisces, you are, I'm going to see how I want to do it. You are walking away from things, or you have walked away from, okay, well, that's that. You have walked away from things that no longer serve you. Here are 2 8s, all right? You've walked away from something that may have been fiery, right? Something that may have been more fire than love, because this cup is on fire. And it's like, would you sacrifice yourself for this cup? Because it may have been in a deep end and she had no choice but to walk away. But what I like about the card, okay, fire means purity and also rebirth. These cups sank. She could not save all of them, right? But there is one still burning, and she still walked away from it. And she's walking toward the sun. So you may have walked out of some darkness and toward the sun. You may have changed some belief systems. You may have controlled your emotions and added some of this masculine energy to your approach, right? If you were feeling stuck and intimidated, okay? I like it. Maybe for some of you walked away. The feminine walked away from the masculine. The masculine walked away from the feminine, however that works. If you're thinking about relationship or partnership. Now here is that fire that was in that cup. There wasn't a bunch of love in that cup. And this fire represents this attacking. You see these birds, you would think that they're leading her because she's blind, but they're not leading her. I think they fucking with her. Now this creative energy is what some would call demonic energy or demons that sit, and play with people. And then to a blind eye, those people appear to be crazy. Okay? But this shows me that there may have been some mental manipulation, Pisces, which is why you felt a lack of direction, because you were being pulled in several directions. And as we speak, look what we have here. A puppet, a star seed, but being controlled by something or someone else. Okay? So that's what that creative energy is. For others of you, this creative energy is going to be put to rest, right? Walking away from being led by others, for sure. And then for others of you, you walked away from things that no longer serve you because you were left in a position alone. So you had no other choice because everybody else left the party, so you said, fuck it. Okay? Now, this Ace of Wands is creative energy. She's holding this light. The Eight of Pentacles talks about work, so you could be using some creative energy yourself, transmuting negative energy and using it for better, right? Creating something positive from this potential negative energy that you walked away from, right? Because energy never dies. It can only be transformed. And you can use it to your benefit if you gain control of it. And you tell it what to do, shit. They don't tell you what to do. Now, under the Knight of Swords, we have the Six of Cups. So the Knight of Swords talks about something from the past. A lot of you may have grew up too fast. Or like I said, it could have been a father figure. It could have been a son or a brother, a boyfriend. Okay? But somebody did something very reckless, Pisces. And I think this reckless energy was an impulsive choice from your past. It was you or someone else. Okay? But the Six of Cups talks about destiny and aligning. So maybe you're at a crossroad now when it comes to your beginning and your end, right? You're in a position where you can choose any direction moving forward. Okay? And then for some of you, this Eight of Swords, feeling stuck, mentally trapped, right? In your mind, it talks about this may have been an issue for some time. It also talks again about growing up, family, siblings, okay? Definitely something from the past. If this describes a person, there may be a person from your past that's in between worlds, feeling stuck, okay? They probably haven't fully crossed over. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles talks about some hard work. Your hard work is going to pay off because you had the courage, and like I said, the bravery. The Knight of Swords is very brave, if not the bravest person in the deck, right? The Knight of Swords is very brave. Let me scoot this over a little bit. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, boom. So y'all can see all the cards. There we go. The Knight of Swords is very brave. And for your bravery and your hard work, because the Queen of Pentacles, people think, oh, she's rich. No, she's not. She likes money, but she has to work as hard, equally hard or harder, for every dime that she gets. So that's why she feels the way she feels about her money, because y'all don't know what she had to do to get that money, okay? So the universe says for your bravery, for your hard work, there's going to be a payoff. And you're just going to rest because you have been through some shit. This little girl is tired, sitting in this bird nest. Somebody probably saved her ass, because the Knight of Swords is also the person who just jumps to save somebody. And here, what is he saving you from? A hustler, you know, from being hustled. Maybe somebody was trying to set you up. Somebody was trying to take you out over some money. Okay? Could go that way. So appreciate that. And you also wish, right? Someone may have made a wish. And that wish wasn't what you thought it was. It was more hard work than you were willing to give for money. Right? This also talks about the King of Swords. Right? Which is the overall outcome. So you've grown. If this is a person, you have victory over whoever this cold, calculated warrior was to you. Okay? You definitely have victory over this person. And then here we have, if these are two people, right? If these are parents or siblings, or if these are two lovers, this is someone cold and calculated and manipulative. Someone who fights or will fight for anything and everything. Okay? And then another person who just doesn't care about any of that, as long as the money is there. Okay? So these two people, and then this child. If you are the child, Pisces, or have children, or have siblings, that may have had some mental issues, or a feeling of being just like not so happy. They are in between two worlds, walking away though. So if you've had someone pass recently, or if someone, like I said, is just battling something, this Eight of Cups says to walk away. or maybe they're walking away. They want you to walk away from whatever is stressing you out or whatever you have on your mind. Or maybe this is what saved you. Okay? So that you would have victory, right, in this rest here. But we will take some clarifiers. The Eight of Pentacles talks about moonlight. So look at that. Working with the moon. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. The number 51 is a spirit number. So look into that if you're interested. The Two of Swords talks about movement. See, choosing a direction. The number 28. 28 is the number of confidence. So to have more confidence, and 28 is 10. Okay? So we have this hot air balloon. That's movement. And then we have this big bird here, which is more movement. And it's like taking everything with you. Also, because of this land here, and this, what is this, the little windmill? It's like maybe you're moving to another place. Okay? So some of you that may have been at a crossroad trying to find your way, you're about to find it. Or inherit some land, because I did talk about that not too long ago. You're about to come into an inheritance, like an actual earth, like some shit you can walk on and build a house on, not spiritually speaking. 28 movement. You are in a time of positive forward motion, Pisces. And because of that, and with that, it will be very beneficial for you to take this positive energy and add it to some more energy. The moonlight, right? The moon cycles enhance your magic. This is the time for positive movement as you come out of a period of restriction. Okay? Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. So if this is some of you could just coming back in control of your own mind after some time of mental attack because of this creative energy, that is also a blessing. That's still going to get you some benefits, right? Because now you can manifest and now you can think and now you have clarity to take offers when they come to you without having fear, right? Or being indecisive. Now with this Knight of Swords here, this recklessness, okay? Someone may be young in their younger days, was reckless or made a reckless choice. Maybe this was you that was pretty reckless long ago, or someone else was reckless. And we have here cleaning house. Okay? So this is something that you're letting go of, that you're washing out. Is definitely from the past, but this is the no longer serves me card. This fast acting recklessness, or this empath energy of needing to save others. You don't even know what's going on, how you're going to save somebody because they may not need to be saved. Okay? Now we have the master number 333. If you're into angel numbers, I was just shuffling. I didn't even get to finish. But looking at this Eight of Swords, I have wizard awareness and peaks of joy. So if someone used some magic against you to put you in this negative energy, I see here you coming out of that and being happy. This butterfly represents transformation. Green is the heart chakra. So now look at that. The sign behind him is a sign of power. I love that sign. So a very powerful person, okay? You are a very powerful person as well. But I feel that there may have been a person in power that did abuse their power, right? A person in power may have abused their power. And you may not have been very happy. But because this energy is being moved away or has matured and done its course, you will now receive peaks of joy, right? Because everything is within divine timing. Now the Four of Swords, look at that. Stuck in the mud and rescue. A magic prayer. See? I'm going to show you. Rescue, stuck in the mud. See? I knew it's like different scenarios here. And these cards represent this one story and different parts of it, right? I have the ability to do that. But this stuck in the mud and this rescue, it's like someone left you stuck, right? And that same energy, right, that left you stuck is the very thing that saved you. So it's a blessing in disguise. And then here's that another air balloon, right? It's green this time though and bigger. So the red one being small could indicate a need to work on the root chakra. And the green one being so big could represent an overactive heart chakra, or, you know, just work on your root and your heart chakra, right? I do see again fall leaves here. And then I have water falling. So a lot about fall. Something about, even though the fall has passed, something happened within the fall that is going to bring you out of this stuck mud, I feel, for a lot of you. And if this isn't the case, it just talks about a star seed, right? If a star falls from the sky and it lands, okay? And then just imagine you land in the mud. So it's like once, it's from the time you were born, life has been a struggle and you've always had to work a lot harder than others to get less than or even the same. All right, and that may have been for a reason. So you just want to be, you know, do your research and be mindful of the people around you. All right. And didn't I say today was about organization? I have details and clarity. So this recklessness and this lack of information that you're letting go of is being replaced with this ability to see details. You're paying attention to details. You have clarity, and you nothing is going to pass you, Pisces. Nothing is going to get by you. You are not going to lie to yourself. You're not going to trick yourself or allow yourself to be tricked. Before you sign something, you're going to read the details. And like Nipsey would say, crossing the T's and dotting the I's, or I can't sleep well, right? If you want to stay out of that 9 of Swords energy or that 8 of Wands energy, that nervous energy, pay attention the first time. Don't do something real quick and then you walk away from it rethinking it and rethinking it and rethinking it. Don't do that. Now with the Queen of Pentacles, rock bottom. See what I'm saying? This queen had to work really, 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 really hard. And the difference between her and the King of Pentacles is that she wasn't born in or married into it. Like this is something got it out the mud. See what I'm saying? Stuck in the mud. This queen got it out the mud. And maybe that's why some people who inherit this Queen of Pentacles energy is so savage when it comes to finances, because money ain't never just been easy for them. So I don't want to be the Queen of Pentacles, okay? But I think this is representing the aspect of the queen and not necessarily a person, all right? But if you guys are overly emphasizing on finances at the time, this is a warning from Spirit that that's going to take you down. Okay, if you're working really hard just for money, that's not enough. You need to work hard towards something you care about. And I ain't trying to tell you what to do. I'm telling you how the energies work with the universe. If you're stressing out, right, over something, the universe is going to see that as resistance. So there's less abundance. But if you're cool about something, if it's fun to you, if there's a high vibration associated with it and not some savage, impoverished mindset, crunch time, stress about it, you get more out of it. So I'm not trying to tell you what to do or tell you what's right. I'm just telling you science. Okay? Now the Six of Cups talks about this magic stream. Again, this fall, right? This fall from somewhere down here. Okay? Water represents emotion. Magic is magic, but let's read it. I'm interested because I've seen this card a few times. Okay? And so a lot of you, I hope you are listening, because this is definitely some fated things that were inherited by you that you can take advantage of if you're in alignment with it. So the magic stream is everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Didn't I say that? A oneness. Every experience you have seen And every experience you have every experience you have seems to have its own life story, with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all a part of a connectivity and a greater evolution. Okay, like an overflowing magic stream, your experience filtered through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Okay? So the collective awareness is shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you are part of the fluid connectivity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. And this is coming up in the center of your reading. The Six of Cups, which is fate, destiny. The magic stream is saying that you come from a magic place. Is the best way I can put it. You are very abundant. The Knight of Swords, which is bravery and cleaning house. So that took some time to go through the past, to heal the inner child. Now that I think about it, look at this. And you are inheriting something. So maybe there's a house that you may inherit, and you're going to have to go through and clean it out. Maybe if it belonged to one of your parents or just someone, and you got to go through cleaning their shit out. I don't know. That sounded kind of rough the way I said it right. It's cool. I'm just reading the cards. This is also a number 10. All right? But the toys here tells me something about revisiting your childhood. The Six of Cups is also about your childhood or fate, destiny, if not your childhood, past lives, and you had the bravery to tap into that. Definitely past life. Doesn't have to be childhood. But for some of you, there may be a need to heal the inner child. Okay? Now, with this Ace of Wands here, look at that, the spark. Duh. It's like, Spirit, I know that. Could be a twin flame for some of you. You could be gaining a flame, okay? Without the twin. Okay, this creative energy. So do your research. But another 10. But they can't. This was poking out, right? And this was at the beginning of the reading. This fell out. So this creative energy is this spark. She by herself though. And then in this ace, she by herself. And then what came out with it was coming apart. So a separation, okay? A separation from you and the flame. Now for some of you, this creative energy that I describe as being something that habitually attacked you and triggered you, you probably have misunderstood as your twin flame, like, because this energy was to push you out of some recklessness in your own life lessons, right? And you've learned them. These cards say you've learned them. And you sit here, it's like, I want my twin flame because that's the person I'm supposed to be with. And it's like, no, this flame is the Knight of Wands energy that has triggered several tower moments in your life. And if not one particular person, it's a type of person or a habit of yours or a situation. Some people make you act a certain way, that kind of thing. That ain't nobody you want to marry. You don't want to marry that energy. It could be anybody. It's just the energy, not a specific person, you guys. Okay? So there's a cup, which is the water, which is the emotions, which is love, which is divinity. And there's the flame, which is passion and creativity, and also fire that will burn and light your ass up several times. And it's uncomfortable and temperamental. It could make you if you lack emotional maturity, which you might if you off balance like that with your feminine and masculine energies indifferent. Okay, so it doesn't involve another person all the time. For some of you, that person or you walked away from such relationship, right? Possibly. Now, okay. The Eight of Cups is represented by slow and steady. Even though it fell out in reverse in my lap, I'll take it. So you're walking away from recklessness, for sure. Because if the Knight of Swords is here, this is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles leaves the trail of finances. So this talks about generational wealth. Okay, you're going to leave money behind when you ain't here no more. Or somebody else left you money. Okay? Now, I don't think you walked away from that money. I think you get that money because you walked away from whatever this shit is that you cleaning out of your house. So, this is the Knight of Pentacles energy to me, which is also telling you to take a practical approach. And you walked away from something that was not practical. And now you are slowly taking more practical approaches when it comes to life. I like it. Definitely like that. Now, is there anything else, Spirit? I'm going to take 3 cards, right? For this side, and the center. I don't know why I just like to do that. Okay. The Poet. You make magic with your words. Pisces are very poetic. Okay, this is also air energy because, you know, people with high air aspects in their chart may be very creative with words. Okay, so this is about creativity, love, spells, magic, a lot of birds. So I'm getting a lot of air energy and all these colors, and it looks like a volcano erupting. So some tantric, you know, some sex, some twin flames, some lovers, some words, some spells, a lot of shit here with this poet. But I'll read it because I just honestly intuitively made all that up. But let's see. I'll be fair and see what it says. Spirit said, nah, that's cool what you did. Okay, cool. I'm going to go with that. This cleaning house, this magic stream, the empty room. To be filled with greatness, you have to move the junk out. You got to get the old stuff out to put the new stuff in there. Or maybe there was this voided area that you didn't want to go to, this dark place within you that you didn't want to know about. Okay. And then the castle jumped out. I'm going to read it because it's just so pretty. Any of my AKAs in here. The empty room and the castle. Okay. The empty room and the castle. This is some royalty shit here. The creator, the one, the medallion. So somebody's giving you something. Somebody's leaving you with something. Something is passed down, an heirloom, if that's what it's called. The magic stream. Yeah, so you've gone through all this stuff, and it probably happened fast paced, or whatever this inheritance is going to come pretty quickly. Because I'm still looking at cleaning out this room with this Knight of Swords. So fast action, clearing out, magical stream, right? Streams are abundant. And then we have the castle, so the house. And under the castle is the box. So I'm for to be nosy. Let's see what we got here. The empty room is the vortex. Where's Abraham Hicks when I need her? The empty room is the vortex, the nothing. The empty room hunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something and anything, right? If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. So clearing out the room is like being okay with nothing. You may have been going through a series of letting things go, honey, or having shit took from you or losing shit. Because, again, there has been some financial difficulty. So people, places, and things just seem to have slipped through your fingers. I get it. A day of silence is a surefire way to harness the power of the empty room. I'm going to try that. It ain't going to be 2 days, but one day I'll try it. I wonder if kids count. Like if he going to have to go to day camp or something for me to... All right, so the castle is the palace, the penthouse. So you go from nothing to something. Where's Drake? Where are all these celebrities when I need them? Started from the bottom, now we're here. Hey, what? It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princess within the castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches Seductive fantasy, orient wonders, and lavish adornments, yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home, or position that project the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force and enchanting goal to travel toward, but it is best not to linger within its walls of, deception for too long. If this card appears with the king, the queen, or the maiden, know that you've entered into a long-standing family dynamic that includes prosperity and power. I like it. We got the Queen of Pentacles, guys. So you did get a queen. So this includes prosperity and power. After some hard work or a hard life, because like I say, the Queen of Pentacles was not born into that. And even if she was, she took the hard road, the long road. Like, they didn't hand it to her. They probably hid that shit from her. Even if it's hard work looking for it. It was some type of struggle involved in this. But congratulations. So notice how castles are designed to keep things out. They defend, they separate. It is likely there is a connection and community but beyond its walls that will revitalize you. Fuck all that. Okay? What I like is, when light, this card means visiting your throne of power. But when dark, it means stuckness, depression, spells, and walls. So how sway is that, Pisces? Did you hear what I said? On the dark side, in the lower vibration, it's stuckness, depression, and spells. On the light side, it's visiting your throne of power. So, even though others may have been in control of this situation for some time, you have all the tools that you need and information, if you subscribe to my channel, on how to reclaim your power, because there is material gain, spiritual gain, financial gain, okay, in reclaiming your power. And then we have the desert, which came out a few times. Pisces, y'all keep getting the same ass card. The desert, the vision, the talisman. And then look, you got the empty box, and then you got the box, okay? So let's see real quick what the desert is, and we'll move on with you guys' questions. And I should know by now, right? But let's see. Okay. It's something that's dry. Or it's left you to dry, probably. The desert. Somebody told me it's the death of a shaman. So maybe you, like I said, you lost somebody and inherited something, or may lose somebody and inherit something. Or it was the shaman, which I don't think, because the shaman is a healer, right? That's not the person who put this shit on you. Unless, you know, you live in the sins of your forefathers. Ain't that what they say? Anywho, the desert, the drought, the wasteland. Okay, so after a drought, there's going to be some abundance. The desert leaves us disoriented and desperate for direction. The desperate. That's why you got to move away from that. Some of you are moving away from a dry spell, honey. And what are you moving into? Something brand new, because it's been cleaned out for you, and it's abundant in prosperity. So the desert that otherwise remained hidden, the truth is inside. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' calls surround you. Let the wind and sands work their deep magic, weary travelers. So some of you guys may have traveled in the past, or may actually live nearby or drove through a desert, but that's probably not where you should have been. That will take you to the bottom, right? If you haven't experienced it yet, you're gonna feel stuck. So if you're thinking about moving to the west side, just make sure that you strategize that, and that you have everything lined up first. Don't run to it. If you're going through something, you know, this here, it's like you want to move somewhere where it's rich. Whatever that means for you, Pisces. But I appreciate this. Thank you guys for sharing your energy with me. It is very interesting, to say the least. And that is always, okay, some love, some money, some family stuff, some mental health checks. Okay, make sure you have your mental health day, as my friends on Facebook like to call it. And don't forget to join us on Facebook at Pisces TV. Now, ask 4 questions. I'm going to sit out 4 cards. Damn. Okay. Boom. 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 And boom. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and set your intentions and ask your question or questions. Let's go. Stack 1 is in the near future. Stack 2, compromise. That's about balance. Stack 3, a definite no. Stack 4, helpful people. Now for all of you, have no fear though. Whatever you ask, there will be a peaceful resolution, or is a peaceful resolution. And if you use the tools that I give you about strategy, not worrying, high vibrations, mental clarity, meditation, trust, confidence, yeah, you can create your own peaceful resolution. You don't need whoever or whatever you just asked about. All right, until next time, namaste, my loves.